The movie opens with a woman named Lynn walking into a high-end luxury car showroom. From the first moment, it's clear she's not an ordinary customer. She's there to buy a birthday gift for her husband. The salesman tries to flirt a little and suggests a pink car, joking that it matches her cute personality. Lynn completely ignores him and heads straight for a red Ferrari, asking to test drive it herself. The salesman agrees, clearly impressed by her confidence and beauty, and hops into the passenger seat to get to know her better. What he doesn't expect is what comes next. As soon as Lynn starts driving, she floors it. The car rockets forward at insane speed, pushing the engine to its limit in seconds. She weaves through traffic flawlessly, taking sharp turns like it's a video game. By the time she finally stops, the salesman stumbles out of the car, thanking God he's still alive. Lynn calmly thanks him, says the car is perfect, and buys it on the spot before driving away. Right after that, we're introduced to her husband, Quay, who's walking out of court. We quickly learn that Lynn is married to the richest man in the city, a fortune built through very illegal business. Quay has just beaten a major case involving drug trafficking and illegal hunting. Thanks to bribery and influence, no one was able to prove anything against him. Quay gets into his car, clearly irritated that Lynn didn't show up to support him at court. His lawyer tells him that Lynn has been missing since the morning, and no one knows where she is. That's enough to send Quay into a rage. He kicks the lawyer out of the car and heads back to his mansion. The moment he arrives, Lynn greets him warmly and surprises him with the red Ferrari as a birthday gift. Quay is thrilled, but still suspicious. He asks why she didn't come to court. Lynn casually tells him she was shopping and jokingly says she's trying to spend all of his dirty money. She then leaves to check on her son, Ray, but finds him packing a suitcase. Confused, she asks where he's going. Ray tells her he plans to travel to Paris because Quay is about to be sent to prison within days. He believes it's only a matter of time before everything collapses. Lynn tries to defend Quay, reminding Ray that he gave them a life they never could have dreamed of. But Ray admits he hates Quay and wishes he could meet his real father. Lynn is shaken and tells him that his biological father died in a car accident years ago. Ray doesn't fully believe her, but he accepts it for now. Meanwhile, the police arrest a man named John. He looks like he's just survived hell, yet he's oddly calm, casually playing with his pet fish and asking the officers for a cigarette. This only angers them more, and they immediately cuff him. Suddenly, a woman named Fleet storms in, yelling at the cops and ordering them out. We learn she's John's boss, and that John is an undercover agent working in narcotics enforcement. Fleet notices John's battered face and asks what happened to his partner, Santiago. Moments later, Santiago is carried out on a stretcher with a serious neck injury. Furious, Fleet reminds John that his mission was surveillance, not destroying half the city. John calmly explains that everything was going smoothly until a gang showed up at the restaurant with the drugs. He asked Santiago to take photos, but Santiago accidentally dropped his badge, blowing their cover. The gang attacked immediately. John fought back, taking down several men, while Santiago stayed hidden on the floor. Their mission had been to gather proof that Quay was behind the drug operation. Once they were exposed, John had no choice but to fight. At one point, he even paused mid-fight to drink water before continuing. Despite being outnumbered, John managed to defeat them all. The last surviving gang member offered to testify against Quay in exchange for protection, but then refused and tried to resist, forcing John to kill him. After the fight, John rescues his pet fish before it dies and places it in a cup of water. Fleet is furious, accusing him of ruining a year-long operation just to save a fish. John takes her into a back room and opens a shipment box, revealing cans of tuna, stuffed with drugs. Fleet is stunned. Soon after, Fleet holds a press conference, exposing Quay's crimes and revealing that the seized drugs are worth $400 million. She publicly demands his immediate arrest. Quay watches the press conference on his phone and completely loses it, especially since he's already under surveillance. The next day, John is at his office when he receives a mysterious message offering help to take down Quay if John travels to China. John shows the message to Fleet, but she laughs it off, calling it a trap meant to hand him over to Quay. John insists on going, promising that this time he'll catch Quay red-handed. Fleet refuses, furious over the restaurant incident, and instead gives him a 2-year forced leave, ordering him to stay out of trouble. John ignores her orders. He puts on his signature patterned shirt and flies to China anyway. When John arrives in China, he's welcomed by 2 old friends who help him settle into his hotel. At the same time, Lynn is sitting in the stands watching a basketball team that has just arrived in the city. As she scans the crowd, she suddenly notices John walking nearby. It's clear from her reaction that she knows him and that there's a deep past between them. Before she can react, Quay shows up. He tells Lynn that he knows who reported him to the authorities. He leads her into another room and drops a devastating bombshell. Her son Ray is the one trying to put him in prison. Quay plays surveillance footage showing Ray stealing the accounting ledger from his private safe. Lynn is horrified. She begs Quay to spare her son, promising she'll get the ledger back herself. She rushes to Ray and demands to know where it is. Ray finally admits the truth. He contacted an undercover agent named John, and John will be there any minute. Panicking, Lynn goes back to Quay and begs him to hit her if that's what it takes to scare Ray into talking. Quay refuses to lay a hand on her. Lynn then provokes him in front of his men, humiliating him. One of Quay's men laughs, and Quay snaps. He brutally beats the man to death as a warning. Terrified, Ray finally talks. He says he sent the ledger to someone staying at the Marriott International Hotel. Enraged, Quay orders his assistant Paolo to take the men, storm the hotel, retrieve the ledger, and destroy anything in their way. Quay then pulls out a ceremonial sword and orders one of his men to tie Lynn up. He tells Ray that everything he did was to make him happy, but Ray chose the wrong path. Quay threatens to kill Ray in front of Lynn to punish her. At the last second, Lynn breaks free, disarms a guard, and points the gun at Quay, begging him to spare her son. Quay laughs, telling her she'll never pull the trigger because he protects her and because he loves her. Suddenly, Ray strikes Quay from behind, knocking him unconscious. Lynn is shocked but wastes no time. She grabs Ray, and they escape in the Ferrari. Elsewhere, John successfully receives the ledger. Inside, he finds detailed records exposing every crime Quay has committed. Outside the hotel, Paolo arrives with armed men and prepares to attack. They knock on the hotel room Ray gave them, but an elderly woman opens the door, cheerfully telling them to wait their turn. That's when we realize Ray deliberately gave them the wrong room number to protect John. Lynn and Ray rush to John's actual room and warn him that he's in immediate danger. John isn't focused on escaping. Seeing Lynn again brings back memories. He's stunned to learn that Ray is her son. When he asks about Quay, Lynn drops another bombshell. Quay is her husband. She begs John to leave with them before they're all killed. Before he can process everything, Quay's men storm the floor. John opens fire, pushing Lynn and Ray into the bathroom to hide. A brutal gunfight erupts. Paolo calls Quay and informs him that Lynn is there. Quay orders him to kill everyone except Lynn. She is to be brought back alive. Paolo storms the room, killing one of John's allies. The second ally manages to take down several attackers before Paolo kills him as well. John throws a gas grenade, but bullets rain down on him. He throws a second grenade. This one explodes, killing many of Quay's men. Using the chaos, John escapes down the emergency stairs with Lynn and Ray. Police arrive quickly after the explosion and seal off the hotel. John hides with Lynn and Ray inside a restaurant until officers pass by. During the tense silence, John quietly asks Lynn if Ray is Quay's son. Lynn raises a beer glass and calmly says, "He's your son." John and Ray stare at each other in total shock. Moments later, Lynn drags them both out, and they escape in her Ferrari. Security cameras spot them, and multiple police cars begin chasing them through the streets. During the chase, Ray tells John that he believed his father had been dead for 15 years. John tells him to wait, because his mother's driving is about to get them all killed. Lynn drives like a maniac, skillfully crashing police cars into each other and escaping with terrifying precision. Meanwhile, Paolo returns to Quay and tells him he recovered the ledger. Quay barely reacts. All he wants now is Lynn. He orders Paolo to find her so he can take revenge. Police eventually surround the Ferrari, but to their surprise, someone else is driving it. Lynn had knocked out the driver, given him the car, and stolen another vehicle to escape the city unnoticed. On the road, Lynn begs John to find a way out of the mess she dragged her son into. Exhausted, John rests his head, trying to think, then loses consciousness. He wakes up in a hospital. Lynn tells him doctors treated his injuries. John thanks her, then demands to know why she hid the truth about their son. Lynn throws a shirt at him and explodes. She reminds him that he abandoned her and ran to America. She explains that she had no choice but to marry a powerful man to give their son a better life. After a heated argument, Lynn takes John and Ray to her grandmother's house. She introduces Ray proudly, but John is completely ignored. Awkward and thirsty, John asks the grandmother for something to drink. She points at the fridge without a word. John opens it and freezes. It's completely packed with ice-cold beer. That night, they all sit down for dinner together. Ray refuses to eat until he finally hears the full truth, the story everyone has been hiding from him. After a long pause, Lynn gives in and starts talking. She explains that when she was young, both of her parents died, leaving her completely alone. As a girl with no support, she had to learn how to survive on her own. That's when she decided to study mechanics. Over time, she became incredibly skilled, capable of fixing almost any car. One day, local fishermen pulled something unexpected from the ocean. Not fish, but a massive shipment of drugs. Panic spread through the village. Lynn's grandmother decided to hide the drugs, knowing that if the police found out, fishing in the entire village would be shut down and everyone would lose their livelihood. Everything stayed quiet for a while, until the drug cartel came looking for their shipment. After taking the drugs back, the gang tried to abduct the young women of the village. Lynn refused to let that happen. She jumped into her car and escaped, leading them on a long chase through the forest using secret shortcuts she knew by heart. Eventually, they caught her. Their leader was Quay, and instead of killing her, he forced her to work for him. Ray is stunned and turns to John, asking how he met Lynn. John avoids the question at first, joking about how good the dumplings are. Lynn snaps at him and demands he tell Ray the truth. John finally admits that he was an undercover narcotics agent assigned to take down Quay. He had posed as a wealthy buyer, and Lynn was sent to deliver the product. The moment she saw him, she suspected he was a thief trying to steal the shipment, so she ran. John chased her, and the pursuit turned violent. She crashed his car, but when she saw he was about to die in the explosion, she went back and saved him. From that moment on, they became inseparable. Over time, their partnership turned into something deeper, something intense and reckless. They fell in love. Eventually, John's superior discovered the relationship and ordered him to arrest Lynn. John couldn't do it. He loved her too much, and he never told her his true identity. The last time they were together, he finally confessed everything and told her to run and disappear. Lynn explodes with anger. She reveals that she had gone to see him that very day to tell him she was pregnant. When she realized he was walking away and couldn't handle responsibility, she chose to leave him and raise her child alone. She married Quay only to protect her son and secure his future. John is crushed by the truth. He realizes everything that happened was his fault and vows never to abandon his family again. At the same time, Quay reviews security footage and discovers Lynn and Ray escaping with John. Digging through Lynn's belongings, he finds an old photo of her with John and realizes the truth about their past. Before he can act, the police summon Quay for questioning regarding the hotel massacre. The next morning, John wakes up and finds Lynn gone. He asks Ray where she is, but Lynn's grandmother scolds him for sleeping until the afternoon and orders him to help peel vegetables with Ray. As they work together, John tries to make up for the years he missed. Ray is clearly happy and tells John he wants to help him bring down Quay. He mentions something suspicious, a rhinoceros statue in Quay's office that he believes is hiding something important. Ray volunteers to retrieve it himself, but John immediately refuses, warning him that it's too dangerous. John promises he'll handle everything. Elsewhere, Quay is being interrogated. Furious, he tells the authorities that his men died trying to recover his kidnapped wife and son from Agent John. After leaving, he orders Paolo to go to Lynn's village and turn the place upside down until he finds her. The next day, Quay's men arrive at the village and quietly surround the house. Before they can report back, John appears and brutally takes them down one by one. He rushes inside to warn Lynn, then asks where Ray is. Panic sets in when they realize Ray has taken a motorcycle and left moments earlier. Ray has already put his plan into action. He sneaks into Quay's mansion and finds a flash drive hidden inside the rhinoceros statue. But just as he grabs it, Quay appears. Instead of anger, Quay smiles. He thanks Ray, saying this will make it much easier to get his wife back. He immediately calls Lynn and threatens to kill Ray if she doesn't return the same day. John answers the call instead. He offers himself in exchange for Ray's safety. Quay laughs and tells John to go back to the gutter he came from and stay away from his wife and son. To Lynn's horror, John agrees. He even sets a meeting time to hand her over. When the call ends, Lynn explodes, screaming that John doesn't understand who Quay really is and that Quay will kill him the moment he sees him. John calmly tells her that this is the only way and asks her to trust him. They get in the car and head to meet Quay. John and Lynn arrive at the meeting location, but it quickly becomes clear that Quay has no intention of honoring the deal. His men surround them and raise their weapons. Quay grabs Lynn and drives off, determined to break her emotionally by forcing her to watch her former lover die. John doesn't hesitate. Overcome with guilt and rage, he launches into action, taking down Quay's men with brutal speed and precision. Bodies fall within seconds. John sprints after the moving car and opens fire, killing the driver. The vehicle swerves. Quay throws the body out and takes the wheel himself, trying to escape. John keeps chasing, eventually landing a devastating blow that smashes Quay's face and sends him flying out of the car. But John isn't done. This time, he decides Quay has to die. Quay disappears into the city, and John hunts him down relentlessly. The chase ends inside a movie theater. Instead of a film, the Rail show begins when John and Quay step onto the stage and face each other. A savage hand-to-hand fight erupts. Both men fight with everything they have, knowing that the winner will walk away with Lynn and Ray. The battle is vicious and evenly matched, but in the end, John overpowers Quay and knocks him unconscious. Police arrive and arrest both men, John included, since he entered the country using a fake identity. At the station, an officer named Ryan tells John that someone wants to speak with him. John is taken into another room, where Fleets appears on a video call. She absolutely tears into him for the chaos he caused and informs him that he's facing 3 years in prison for the crimes and destruction he triggered. Calmly, John pulls out the flash drive Ray recovered from the rhinoceros statue. He tells Fleets it contains undeniable evidence of every crime Quay ever committed, enough to make sure he never sees daylight again. Fleets is stunned. Because of the massive breakthrough, she cuts John a deal. His sentence is wiped, and he's granted 4 years of leave for completing the operation. A new identity is prepared for him, with one condition: he must leave the country and never return. John reunites with Lynn and Ray. Together, they leave and travel to Paris, planning to finally enjoy a real honeymoon and a peaceful life. After arriving, Lynn drops one final surprise. She's pregnant. This time, John is overwhelmed with joy. For the first time in his life, he truly feels like a father with a real family. And that's where the story ends.